And welcome back. We continue our conversation with State Representative Amanda Stuck, who has just announced she is running for United States Congress. Let me talk about the Wisconsin budget. We just had the budget process. Governor Evers went through some 71 revisions, vetoes. Was it a good compromise in your view?
I mean, for a compromise, yes, I think it was a good compromise. I mean, I certainly think there are things that could have been better in the budget that I would like to have seen done differently. But at the end of the day, we have obviously a divided government, and so that's what you get. You get a compromise, and so I think overall this was a good compromise.
Your view on where we should upgrade, how we should upgrade our infrastructure, our highways. Nobody can seem to agree on that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that definitely we needed to look at something more sustainable than what we have. Right now, we have some one-time funding, some registration fees that only fall on the people of Wisconsin and not the tourists that come in and use our roads. So I do think what it really is about is something more sustainable, other than one-time money use and also borrowing that we've seen in the past. So what we really need is to really look at sustainable long-term planning and funding, not just these one-time solutions and pork in terms of getting projects here and there that special legislators want. It really needs to be long-term planning.
Should the public be happy with this budget?
I mean, I think overall, again, because it was a compromise and there are some good things in it, I mean, again, I think they should demand even better next time, but I think that overall we did get something that people should be pleased with and know that as a compromise that this was a pretty good deal with what we have right now in government.
In your view, biggest issue facing Wisconsin in the second half of 2019?
I think one of the biggest things will be health care. Of course, if for some reason the Affordable Care Act did go away with this lawsuit, that we as legislators really need to look at putting protections here in place for people in Wisconsin.
In the short amount of time we have, could you have imagined when you were that aide that you would someday be sitting here to make this announcement today?
No, again, 17 years ago, I was sitting in a hospital room with my son, and I had no idea where we were going to go. I was a college student living in the dorm. My dad had made it clear we weren't welcome there, back with my young son as a teenage mom. And so I really could not have imagined my life would have turned out this way in that moment. But it goes to show what hard work can do and where it can get you. And I'm glad that I can take my story and my experience forward and really be an advocate for the people of this district that have the same story that I do, because my story is not unusual in this district. This district is hardworking people, and that's where I come from, that's who I am, and I want to be their voice in Washington.
I've got about a minute. We started this show with your announcement that you are running against Mike Gallagher for United States Congress. Why should voters out there vote for Amanda Stuck for their next Congresswoman?
Because I know what keeps them up at night, because I've been there with them. I've been up at night worrying about how we're going to pay the bills, how my kids are going to afford college, how we're ever going to retire someday, how my grandma is going to continue to be able to afford her medicine. I know what keeps people up at night in this district, and so they should vote for me to be their voice.
State Representative Amanda Stuck, thanks so very much.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. And if you have someone in your community who you think that we should have on this program, let us know about it. And you can do that by sending us an email at tips@wearegreenbay.com, or you can just message us on Facebook. And be sure to join us once again Sunday morning at 7:30. Until then, have a great day.